Hi there, we are back for another episode of Shadowbringers, and we are doing side quests of Amarang here at X 9.8, Y 24.8, Z 1.1, and we have to talk to Key Set. Two tails are better than one. Key Set needs an expert to inspect the fruits of his labor. There's not much point standing around here, so let's head back to Twine and get this all looked at. Of course, it takes more than a glance with the naked eye to tell if it's rutabaga or not. There are all sorts of tests that need to be carried out. I'll go on ahead, it might take a while, so come and find me in Twine a little later on. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is it's definitely rutabaga. The bad news is there are far too many impurities. I won't be making any nabasium from this. That much is certain. It's also highly unlikely that anything mined there will be of better quality. I'm sorry that I dragged you all the way into the mines for something so disappointing. This is hardly the historic moment I'd envisioned. I think it's time to accept that there is no vein of pure rutabaga, that I'm chasing something that was never there to begin with. Keyset has lost sight of his dream. Perhaps he needs some to rally his spirits. Okay. There. What are you doing? Oh, you are trying to cheer me up? I suppose that I shouldn't give up because of a small setback like this. Perhaps I need to rethink my approach. I'd have a much better chance of finding rutabaga if I had a lead of some sort. But who should I ask? Horto springs to mind. You should speak with some of the other miners. The other miners. Yes, a few of them seem to realize mining is about more than just swinging a pickaxe, especially Hortor. But I expect that he has the same opinion of Mistral as the rest of them. What? Hortor is the reason you spoke to me in the first place? Perhaps he's not so bad after all. But until now, I've always given him the cold shoulder, so I feel a bit of a fool asking for his help. I'll just have to swallow my pride. I can't give up on my dream because I'm too stubborn to seek advice. The trouble is, I don't have much of a rapport with him, so maybe you could speak with him first? Just so that it's not completely out of the blue. Thanks, I think I see him over there now. It's good to see the two of you getting along. What's that supposed to mean? It makes a change from seeing you moping around by yourself is all. Now, what can I do for the pair of you? Rutabaga, huh? It's been a while since I heard that word. I've never come across a vein myself, but I know of a place that might be worth a look. You do? Where? My grandsire once spoke of a mine where a disastrous cave-in occurred over 100 years ago. There would probably have been an attempt to reopen it were it not for the flood, and it ended up being abandoned. But if the stories I heard are true, there is a vein of rutabaga buried under all that rubble. That's quite a tale. I'm sure your Ronso brethren would be less than pleased with you imparting all of this knowledge to a Mistel, so. Do you know why this town is called Twine? It comes from the idea of two tails entwined, one of the Ronso, the other of the Mistel. Quite a clever name, don't you think? Both races work together to build this place, though some of you younglings seem to have forgotten this. He said, as the last remaining Ms Lynd mine, you have an important role to play in the future of this settlement. But first things first. You have a rutabaga vein to find. Go through the dragging tail and take the first left. But be warned, those tunnels are extremely dangerous, and there is a high risk of collapse. Thank you, Hathor. If it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to watch my back again. I'll wait for you outside. That was the first I'd heard of the Ronso and Mistel founding Twine together, probably because I'd never bothered to learn more about our history. This whole time I've been trying to outdo those Ronso louts, thinking that I'd eventually find a rutabaga vein through sheer determination. Of course, mining's not that simple. Knowing where to dig is everything. Speaking of which, let's see where Hathor's trail leads us. Complete. Okay. And he has a next quest for us. But that was it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!